good. We have the why from the past, which is kind of why me. We have the why of today, which is why not me. And then we have the why of the future, is where we're going and the vision for our lives. And I want to talk about all three of them today. One of the things I've learned in my life, that the journey starts at birth and ends when you're done. And a lot of us like to leave some of it out. But all the days of my life that I've walked, I realize that each one has vital importance. You know, as a young child, I grew up in a really dysfunctional home. And so I look back on my life and I look at those days, and I spent a lot of my life in a closet just like this. And I was hiding out because I didn't want to see what was on the outside. But one of the things I've learned in my life about the breakthroughs, that when you have breakdowns, you have breakthroughs. And I've really learned in my life that every time God showed up, I had a breakthrough. And I didn't totally understand it. I just know that there was always this support, this word, this message to me, even looking out through the keyhole, hoping no one would show up. And I think we spent a lot of our life hiding in that position from the pain of our lives and all the struggles and what you're going through right now. And one of the things I learned, what was easy for me to do, was blame my life for where I was. Blame the past for where I was and holding on to that pain, almost using it as a crown, if you will. And I've learned that people hold on to pain because it keeps them somehow connected to the innocence of youth. Some of you today, I got to believe in an audience of almost 3,000 people, that some of you kind of understand what I'm saying. Some of you are still in this closet, hiding out, not willing to step forward and not willing to finally be able to walk away and say, that's one chapter. Because I realized, guess what gave me the ability to look at my life differently was overcoming. What gave me the ability to look at my life differently was the ability to know now that there was purpose in it. And if you don't overcome your past, if you don't overcome the closet, if you're not able to step out of the closet, we never can see purpose in it. It always seemed like it's sorrowful. It was an awful thing. And some of you sit here today and your past is still nothing but tainted with pain and sorrow and hurt. And you're spending your time at whatever age you are saying, why me? Why me? And I realize that paralyzes us. See, I got to believe, when I look at the people here in the front row and I look at their lives and I look at the overcoming and what they've been able to do, I know it's because they made a choice to change, a choice to be somebody different, a choice to have a why so big that nothing will keep me from changing. And that why is tied into the purpose. And when it intersects your purpose and your why, when they intersect and you understand that, yes, there was a reason for this. You know, the breakthrough is going to be, it's not just your training, the breakthrough is going to be what happens in your heart and your soul today. When you make a decision that that's it, I'm done. I'm done living here. I'm done living in that closet. I'm done just peering out and not stepping out into doing the things I need to do. I'm finished. I'm going to draw the line. I'm going to change my life. Because when I tell my story, when I share with you where I came from, you guys, you won't believe it. And that's true about every one of us. We have stories because we can give you all the best training in the world. We can teach you all the things you need to know about the 5 and 5 and all the different things you're going to learn. But until you're ready for your breakthrough, until you decide that you're not going to leave this weekend without a different person driving home, a different person flying home. Someone says, I want to lead this company. I deserve to lead this company. See, that's the next point. The next point is, why not me? You need to ask yourself, why not me? Right? Why not me? You're in an environment, in a culture that blows my mind. You're in a culture that's saying to you, we want to be there for you. We want to lift you up. We want to believe in you. We want to encourage you. We want you to become great. And you know where you came from, that's okay. Share it with us. Tell us your story. But every time you share a struggle, share an overcoming. Every time you share a breakdown, share a breakthrough. And those are choices we get to make. And it's not just a matter of changing in the fact of what you're doing every day. You got to do the right things, but you got to be the right person. And one thing I love about Isaac and this family is that we will be the right leadership. This culture will fertilize and bring on people of integrity and character and people of values. I can promise you in this company, and I know it because I know Isaac and his family, you will never, ever see someone on this stage whose life is not authentic. That's not real. That fires me up. That's why I want you here. Why not me? Why not you? Why not you making that decision today? We got to turn the heat up on the dream. How much do you fear failure when it's not about you? Because if we fear failure, that's about us. We fear I'm afraid of people. What are they going to say? That's about you. That's selfish. Get beyond that and watch what happens in your life. This room will be your downline because it's not about you. That's the driving force of the Ben Shabbat family. That's the driving force of the organization. That's the culture. But you got to turn up the heat. You know, I use the example sometimes if Josh Denny came home from work or came home from a road trip or whatever, and he drove around the corner and his house was on fire, he'd go flying up there, and if Cindy was standing outside and said, "Hey, are the girls okay? Are the girls okay?" And if the fireman said, "Oh yeah, Josh, don't worry, they're out," Josh ain't going in the fire for the car. He ain't going in the fire for the pictures or the material things. But let me change one scenario. What if the fireman says, "Mr. Denny, your 2 daughters are inside. Are you going to stop Josh Denny from getting into the house? Your dream needs to be the kid in the fire." That's what it's got to be. It's got to be that intense to where you won't be denied. You're going in. No matter what, you're going in. And don't you dare leave this weekend staying in the past. Don't you dare this weekend stay here of why not me. You need to decide to move forward. And today I just want to challenge you. Today as I wrap up is who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Because on your journey to what you want to do, you've got to become something great. Not because of who you are, because of whose you are. If you understand that. I want to challenge you today to decide this is your breakthrough. It's a decision. It was a decision to get out of the closet. It was a decision to why not me? It was a decision to bless the next generation. I made the decision. Was it easy? No. But struggle is less painful than regret. You'll be 75 years old looking back in your life of what I could have done. This company gets it. You know why? It's you. That's what they get. It's not about all the other stuff. It's about you. And that's my prayer for you this weekend, is that you'll make that decision.